So let me show you the first day that I started this project. Well, I'll give you the quick overview. So this is the first year. And then it goes around here. I'm in the 5th year. So it'll fill up this area right here. But the first day was actually this one right here. I shifted onto the calendar. This is February 28th or something. I shifted my visual journal onto a calendar most mornings I will sit down and do a painting to get a gauge of the energies for the day. And so I started here, but this first year project, I decided at some point, so that whole calendar was blank before that day, and I left it that way for several months. And then at some point I decided that I thought it would be really cool to fill up an entire year. So I went back and did each little square, including the squares that are like, I think of them as like free squares, so like these, I'd go back and do that. So I did that for the first year. I would, maybe, I'd still do one every single day, but then with the help of a live audience picking the colors and encouraging me, and thank you to everyone who did that, I went back and filled up the whole thing so that I had a whole year. And then I made like a print series of it, and it was like a little bit product focused, which is unusual for me. And then 2022, you can see I was kind of burnt out. So I really have a lot of blank spaces, which I'm totally cool with. They still earn a place on the wall. And then I tried to shift to like a smaller, like doing these little squares, but I really like this size better. And then it was like 2023, it started to pick up again. It's a little dark in here, and you can see that I went back, and a few of the months I did go back and fill in the free spaces. And then, but for the most part, what I do, I treat it like a journal. So if I skip a day, that day is over, and I just pick back up the next day. It's been a really good exercise for me to, just keep going. Even if I miss a day or a week or a whole month. This is this year so far. One of the things that I did this year, let's see if I can find it. So I'll switch over to pencil. Depends on how much time I have too. It's a little quicker for me to do something in pencil. So I'll give myself that. And then here's something I did last month. I started just filling in the squares with a background, but not painting it, because sometimes I don't have the time or the energy or whatever. It's just like anything else. It's with my exercise equipment, because it's very much like that. It's a little hard to pick up once you stop the habit or create I think of it as creating a habit of not doing it. But yeah, so like I took a whole month off in June and then picked it back up. And so now we're in, as of this recording, we're in August, but yep. So simple answer is, I do them on the day, typically, but I leave myself the option to do multiple at once if I feel like it. But I don't think that I will be undertaking that again. So that was a lot. But thanks for the question.